Hello, welcome back. So I have an order for a pixie duster. Now this one is a special order. It will be modified. It will not have all the extra lapel and frill in the front, and a special color, chocolate brown. Let's look at the back. So I thought, why not make it together? And we start with the back, the most fun part of it all, and we will start right here. You're going to need an eye hook, and I'm using chocolate brown. You grab your favorite colors, and let's get started. Let's find that eye hook. Perfect. There it is. Okay, so I suggest scrap paper and a pen, plenty of coffee, or whatever you decide to drink. Again, you're going to need your eye hook. And I am using a 4-ply yarn. You can use a 3-ply, 4-ply, whatever you want. If you use a 3-ply, just remember your stitches are going to be a tad bit smaller. So the main body, and here is my pattern. We have pages of pattern. Okay, so scrap paper is a good idea. And we're going to start with a magic ring. First of all, let me get rid of this frayed end. Start off with a fresh piece. So magic circle, you just wrap it around your hand to form that X. Go underneath, grab the yarn, pull it, take the fingers out, hold on to it, and do a chain 1. That will lock that circle right in place. The next thing we're going to do is single crochet 8 inside the ring. Slip stitch to join. So you can make that a tad bit smaller if you want. We're going to do 8. And I like to crochet over my tail. One. Well, don't make it too tight. 3. Nice and loose. I'm going to pull this so my ring is smaller, because we're going to slip stitch in the first stitch. And if it looks confusing, just count back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slip stitch in the first stitch. Oopsies. Dropped it. There. And if you have that little hole, still, just go ahead and pull it tight. Closes right up. Next is chain 4. 1, 2, 3. Chain 4. That is your first double crochet and a chain 1. So we're going to double crochet the next stitch and chain 1. We're going to repeat that for a total of 8 double crochets and 8 spaces. So double crochet the next stitch, chain 1, double crochet the next stitch, chain 1. Keep going all the way around, repeating that pattern. We will have 8 spaces and stitches. Whoops, split my yarn. Let's count back to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slip stitch in the 3rd chain of the chain 4, leaving that last one as your chain 1 space. So get in there, you'll find it. Slip stitch. Okay, now, oops, next one, I'm going to set this down and mark my space off. I said mark my space off, I meant mark my spot off. So the next one is, we're on line 3, so we did 1, 2, 3. If you can't tell, I've used whiteout. I've done this pattern so many times, you'd think I know it by heart. Oh no, I just marked off number 3. We are on number 3. All right, so we're going to slip stitch into the next chain 1 space. So we joined in the chain 3. So now we're going to slip stitch into the next spot. So we are in our space. Chain 1 space. We're going to chain 2. 1, 2. And we're going to make a puff stitch with 3 double crochets. So we're going to do 3 double crochets in the same stitch. And because we've already done a chain 2, that counts as our first. So it is actually going to be a 4 double crochet puff. The first one. Let's start the first one. We already did 2. So in the same space, we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you guys, totally take all 3 of those stitches out. Stay with that chain 2. We are doing a 3 double crochet puff. So what you do is, we're going to double crochet, leave that on there. Do another double crochet, never completing our stitch. And one more. Make sure we have 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And our chain 2 is the 4th one. And now we're going to complete. And now we have a chain or a 4 double crochet puff. I'm sorry if that was confusing. We're going to go on again. Chain 3, and then we're going to work in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3. We're going to work in the next space, and we're doing that 4 double crochet puff. So we never complete the double crochet. 2, yarn over, 3, yarn over, 4. Now complete all of it. And you should have 4 double crochet puff. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I know I picked the worst color to try and do a video with, but the order is for chocolate. Chocolate brown. I'm so sorry. All right, so we're going to continue in this manner all the way around. And we're going to have eight clusters as well. I will meet you at the join because we are going to join different this time. So chain 3. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do our next puff, which is 4 double crochets together. 1, 2. Sorry, keep your yarn nice and loose. 3. And here's our last one. And totally complete and go through all those loops. And we have a 4 double crochet puff. All right, so I'm going to meet you back when we have 8 of them complete. Don't forget your chain 3 space in between. Okay, so we should have 8 clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we are going to now join with a half double crochet in the center of our first puff stitch. So you find your center, and we're going to half double crochet right there. There. Now you have something that looks like a wagon wheel. Quite pretty. And the start of our Bohippian Pixie duster. All right, so number 3 is marked off. 4, chain 2, it'll be a first double crochet, and we're going to make another puff stitch. 3 double crochets in the same stitch. It will be a 4 double crochet cluster because that chain 2 counts as your first stitch. All right, so let's get started. Chain 2. 1, 2, and in the same stitch, 3 double crochet puff. 1, 2, and 3. Our chain 2 makes that 4. So we should have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It does. It's beautiful. Looks nice. Chain 2. And making a puff stitch. Chain 2. 4 double crochet cluster in same chain 3 space. Let's see what is going on. Hold on, let me pause and read my whole thing. Okay, so I don't think that is right. So we're going to take that puff out, and we have half double crocheted to join. We are going to slip stitch our way over to the chain 3 space. Slip stitch in there. Now chain 2, and now do that 3 double crochet cluster. There. There's our first cluster. We are staying in the same stitch, same chain 3 space. So we're going to chain 2 and make another cluster. This time it'll be our 4 double crochet cluster. One more. There. You should have 2 clusters per chain space with a chain 2 in between. 1, 2. So now we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. Next chain 3 space, we're going to make those clusters again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish it off. Chain 2. Pause. Chain 2. Put your second 4 double crochet cluster in the space. 3, 4. Chain 2. 1, 2. I need some more yarn. Chain 2, and repeat that pattern. So chain 2, 4 double crochet cluster, chain 2, another cluster in each chain 3 space, chain 2, go to your next space. Repeat that pattern and I will meet you back here. So back at the beginning, you should have 16 clusters. And we are going to chain 2, which I did. Join with a half double crochet in the top of the first puff. So a half double crochet in the top of the first puff. There we go. Mark that one off. Number 5. Chain 2, which is our first double crochet. We're making more puffs. Chain 3, work 1 4 double crochet cluster in the next chain 2. So we are going to have, a puff cluster in each space. So we are going to, again, slip stitch our way to that first space. So we have a nice, neat circle. All right, so chain 2 and 3 double crochets to finish off that 4 cluster puff. Whoopsie, split my yarn. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Work 1 4 double crochet cluster in the next chain 2 space. So make that 4 cluster. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Complete it. Whoops. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Go to your next chain 2 space. Make your next 4 double crochet cluster, followed by a chain 3. One, 2, 3, and I will meet you back at the beginning. Now we are back at the beginning. I've done my chain 3, and our join again is different. We're going to join with a double crochet in the top of the first cluster. So find your center and double crochet. The next is mark off 5, chain 3, it's your first double crochet, 2 double crochets, same space, chain 3. So we are going to have 3 double crochet, next chain space, chain 3. Hold on, let me read the directions. We are now working double crochets. So in each chain 3 space, we are going to have 3 double crochets, a chain space, 3 double crochets, a chain space, and we're going to work our way around. So we're going to chain 3. Wait a second here. Hold on, you guys. I'm having the worst time. So I'm not sure if I'm going to like the way this looks, but we're going to put 2 double crochets in the same space. We'll see how it looks when we're done. Chain 3. Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to look really weird. 3 double crochets in the next chain 3 space. I feel like that's going to give us an extra cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2. We're just going to continue just like that because, I mean, they all add up. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 double crochets in the next space. This is not a cluster, so you are totally completing each double crochet. Chain 3. Chain 3. And we're going to continue in that manner all the way around till we get back to the beginning. And we are going to have 16 sets of 3 double crochets and 16 spaces. So I will meet you back here when we have 16 of each. So I have slip stitched into the first stitch of our round and mark that one off. That was 6. So we have 16 sets of 3 double crochet and 16 spaces. So you're going to slip stitch into the top of the next double crochet. Slip. Skip the next double crochet, and we're going to be working in the chain 3 space. So we're going to work 2 half double crochets. So 1, 2, 1 double crochet, 1 triple crochet, 1 double crochet, and again 2 half double crochets, 1, 2, and you have made a shell. Let's see. Skip the next double crochet, which would be that one. Slip stitch the next. And we're going to repeat that pattern. Oh my goodness. This is the worst video, I'm telling you. So we're going to repeat that pattern. We're going to have 16 shells. We're going to have a shell in every single space. So 1, 2 half double crochets, 1 double crochet, 1 triple crochet, 1 double, 2 half doubles, 1, 2, slip stitch the top of the next one, skip a stitch. You've completed your second half double crochet, so we now have 2 shells completed. Skip that next one, double crochet, slip stitch into the center double crochet, skip that next one, half double crochet 2 times in that space, 1 double crochet, 1 triple crochet, again 1 double crochet, 2 half double crochets, 1, 2, skip that one, slip stitch into the center double crochet, skip the next double crochet, and start forming your next shell. 2 half doubles, 1, 2, 1 double, 1 triple, back to a double because we're going back down, and 2 half doubles, skip your first double crochet, slip stitch into that center one, skip the next, and start your next shell stitch. And I will meet you back at the beginning when we have 16 shells. We are back at the beginning and we have 16 shells. We are now going to join with a slip stitch into the first slip stitch, which will be the slip stitch that is in the center double crochet, the first center. There we go. And you should have something that looks like that. Mark that row off, which was 7, and we're going to go on to row 8. And this is chain 6. That is going to be our first double crochet and a chain 3. We are going to single crochet into the top of our triple. All right, so let's just start. Chain 6. Single crochet into that triple. So if you have to, you go half, half, double, triple. Single crochet. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Double crochet in slip stitch, which is right here. That is in between the shells. That slip stitch is in between every single shell. Chain 3, single crochet your triple. Chain 3, double crochet your slip stitch. Chain 3, single crochet the triple. Chain 3, double crochet that slip stitch. Again, it is in between all of your shells. Chain 3. And we are going to continue repeating that pattern till we get all the way back around to the first one. And we are going to have 32 spaces. All right, so I will meet you back here when I'm done. I am back at the beginning. I just put in my last single crochet, chain 3, and now we are going to slip stitch. Where am I at? I got lost again. We are going to slip stitch in the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 6. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So find that 3rd one, slip stitch. And that is going to give us our 32nd space, because we have 32 spaces. Mark that off. And number 9, we are going to be triple crocheting 3 stitches together. So chain 3, let me get my bearings. All right, let's see what happens. Chain 3, right? 1, 2, 3. We are going to triple crochet together the next single crochet, which is the top of our shell, and the next double crochet. Let me make sure I did this right. Okay, so just to refresh, chain 3, getting ready to do a triple crochet in the top of the single. So we are not completing it. We're only going through twice. Wrap again, because we're triple crocheting stitches together. Now we're going into the double crochet. 1, 2, and now we will complete all of it. And now we have a triple crochet 3 together. 1, 2, 3. And we are going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In same double crochet, which means the same double crochet we just finished, we're going to start our next triple crochet 3 together. So we're going to triple crochet this double crochet, this single, and this double crochet together, just like we did over here. So wrap your hook twice, go into the same stitch, pull through twice, not completing. So now you're going to have 2. Wrap it twice, go through your single stitch, wrap twice, double crochet, 1, 2. Now you're going through all of them, and we have just completed our next triple crochet 3 together, chain 7, 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7. And we're going to do the same thing. So by the time we're done, we're going to have 16 spaces. So let's do another one together. Wrap twice, going in the same double crochet we just finished. 1, 2, wrap twice, single crochet, 1, 2, wrap twice, double crochet, 1, 2. Now complete the whole thing and chain 7. And there is another triple crochet 3 together. I'm going to do one more with you guys, and I'm trying to go a little slower. So triple crochet, you have to wrap twice, and we're going in the same stitch we just came out of. So inside, we're going to pull through twice, oopsies, leaving 2 on our hook, wrap twice, single crochet. We're going to do 2, leaving 3 hooks or loops on our hook, 1, 2, going into that next double crochet, yarning over, going through twice, and finishing off going through all 4 loops on the hook. And we have triple crocheted 3 together again. Chain 7, and continue in that manner all the way around, and I'll meet you back here when we are done. Okay, we are now back at the beginning. I just finished my last triple together, chained 7, and we will now slip stitch into the top of our first triple together. So slip stitch there. Now we have another beautiful completed round. So you should have something like that. If not, ball it up, throw it away, and start all over. No, I'm just kidding. Oh gosh. Okay, so let's mark that round off. That was 9. Number 10. Let's see, what do we have to do here? On round 10, we are doing clusters again. So in every single chain space, these 7, chain 7, we are going to have a cluster, chain 2, cluster, chain 2, cluster. So we're going to have 3 clusters divided by chain 2s. So first thing we are going to do is I am going to slip stitch into that first chain space, and we are going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 3, and 3 double crochet, cluster, 2, 3, and complete. So that should be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 2, 1, 2, make another cluster, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, go through all, chain 2, 1, 2, one more cluster, because we're going to have 3 clusters per chain 7 space. 3 and 4, go through all of them. There, we should have 1, 2, 3 clusters, 3 chain 4, oh my gosh, 3 4 double crochet clusters. Then we're going to chain 1, double crochet, chain, oh boy. So I messed up. Take all those back out. Even that slip stitch into the chain 7. So we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to work our double crochet clusters. So back to those clusters, 1, 2, 3, I split a yarn, and 1 more. Make sure I have this right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 2, another cluster, chain 2, doing our third 4 double crochet cluster. 1, 2, 4. Alrighty. So now we have cluster, chain 2, cluster, chain 2, cluster, chain 1, which is why we have that first 4 stitches. And then we are going to double crochet, where am I at? Chain 1, double crochet in that triple. I totally forgot to double crochet in the triple. Chain 1. And we're going to repeat the same pattern. Double crochet clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 2, another cluster, oh my gosh, chain 2, last cluster, all the way through, chain 1, double crochet on the top of that triple crochet. Oh, let me get that in there. Chain 1, and we're going to repeat that pattern all the way around. So in between every cluster, we are going to have a chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. And we're going to have a total of, let's see, do I have it written down? No, I don't. I will meet you back here at the beginning. Okay, so we are at the end of row 10. I just finished my last 4 double crochet cluster. I have 1 chain, and now slip stitch in the 3rd chain of the beginning 4. So leaving 1 chain, slip stitch to join. So this is what our masterpiece should look like now. I just marked off row 10, and I am going to end part 1 right here at the end of row 10. We will start our next video, part 2, on row 11, and we will not be working on it until Monday. I have the day off. We have some more personal business to do with the passing of my mother-in-law. So I will be back Monday with part 2. And at this point, I would suggest, if you have scrap yarn, go ahead and make more. I like to make multiples at one time. Therefore, when I'm done, I have 3 or 4 of them completed together. So get creative, get colorful, make a bunch of them. And not only are these great for our Bohippian pixie dusters, they are perfect doilies. So like I said, get creative, get colorful, and make a whole bunch of them. Do you want to know about how big this is? With an eye hook and 4-ply yarn, this is a 12-inch circle. Already a 12-inch circle. It is the perfect doily size. So you guys, again, I'm going to end this video right here. I am not clipping, cutting, and finishing off. No, we're pausing until part 2. So if you like this type of content, please give my video a thumbs up. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Most of all, I hope you guys have the best day ever. And I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.